This is one of the easiest things I've ever had to take off this Land Cruiser. G'day guys, it's Jezza here, welcome back to Bushbound. So today I've got a quick video for you about sway bars. Now, if you've ever been driving down the highway and turned a corner and your coffee has ended up in the passenger seat, you know all about body roll. And no, it's not a dance move, it is in fact when your car is driving and tilts to one side heaps, especially around corners. Now, that will happen on any car because of G-force and the centrifugal force as you're turning around a corner. To the left, it acts upon you going to the right, and the law of inertia states that it'll act in an equal direction and opposite force to the way you're turning, and so your car will tilt to the side as you go around corners, especially at high speed. Now, usually you don't want your car to tilt over heaps as you're driving around corners at high speeds, so car manufacturers put in these things called sway bars. Now, this Cruiser has two sway bars, one at the front, one at the rear, and it's just basically a long piece of metal that connects both sides of the suspension, and it's very, very stiff. So as you're turning, the stiff bit of metal helps keep your car straight, and there's some math thing behind it where it transfers the force from one side you're turning onto to the other side. But basically, it's easiest to think of it as a stiff bar. As you're turning, it keeps the car stiff and upright. Now, that's all well and good as long as your sway bar is stiff and remains nice and solid. They're connected at either end of the car by rubber bushes, and those bushes wear out over time. And once they wear out, the sway bar is now loose and sloppy, and when you're turning around a corner, the slop in it doesn't transfer all the forces to the other side of the car, and it makes it not as effective at stopping body roll. So you got to keep those sway bar bushes nice and tight and nice and firm. These ones are the opposite, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about underneath the car. So I'm actually underneath the car, if you couldn't tell, and this here is the front sway bar. So it's joined up here, the bit of metal comes around here and this side and joined back on the other side, kind of symmetrical. And it is nice and stiff, nice and solid. There's not much movement in it at all, and that is perfect. That is stopping the body roll of the car by keeping it nice and upright. So here is my rear sway bar. It starts here on this link. There's the bushes I was talking about. And the sway bar comes around the bottom there, you can see, and up on this side. And you can see it here, this is the link. And these bushes up here are completely worn. You can take the whole thing, move it up and down. That is not what you want, but is not effective at stopping body roll. So I'm going to take this sway bar out, replace these bushes, and then chuck it back in. So replacing this is super easy. All you need is a 12mm spanner and a 12mm socket. Oh, hold up. So replacing this is super easy. All you need is a 12mm spanner and a 12mm socket. Oops. So grab your spanner and undo this nut right at the top here. And then with your socket, there's two bolts, one here, one on that side, to take this clamp off. And then it's the exact same for the other side.
Now this is time to do a time lapse, so I'm going to sing you this song so that you don't get too bored right now. Jezza is taking off the old sway bar and is doing it pretty quickly.
So here's the sway bar out in its full glory. You don't have to take it out to replace these bushes, but I did, so you can see it. These two bushes at the back here, you can replace them, but mine are fine. They do not need replacing. They are still good. It's these link ones that are the problems. You can see all the sideways slop, and these are completely worn out as you saw before. So they definitely need replacing.
Now he's taking off the old one. He has to open the new one up. Here we go. He pushes out the old boot and then he puts the new one on, then puts the new link on and tightens it up.
So you might have noticed that my old links and my new ones are different sizes. My new ones are a bit longer than the old ones. And that's because I've lifted the car. Now the theory is when you lift a Cruiser, you lift the suspension and the sway bar becomes on an angle. So you need these longer links to help improve that angle and make your sway bar sit flatter to get the most efficiency out of it. There's a big debate on if it actually makes a difference or not. It's a bit hard to tell, but That's the theory behind it, so that's why I'm putting longer links in my sway bar, and maybe I'll let you know if it actually does make a difference or not. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
The other side now takes the old rubber out and puts the new one in, and then a little silver thing, then he tightens it up nice and tight so that it doesn't fall off when he's driving around.
Now, we can put this whole thing back in.
Now he's going to go underneath the car and hold it up and try and tighten it up.
Of course, it's upside down.
Oh, he just put it upside down. Now he has to turn it all the way around. Let's go. He has to drag it in and hold it up and do the back bolts up loosely so it can stay there, and then he has to shimmy all the way to the front and do the front bolt and tighten it up nice and tight with his hand, because that is the easiest way to do it with your hand. Yeah, that is nice and easy. He makes it look really good. Then he does the back ones up nice and tight, and then it looks like he is pretty much done. Thank you for listening.
There we go, she is all done. Brand new links, brand new bushes, sturdy as anything. It's a much better improvement than the old ones. So hopefully she rides a lot smoother, especially at high speeds. Righto guys, that is it. That is how to replace your rear sway bar bushes and links in a 105 Series Landcruiser. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or any other videos that you want to see me do, let me know. So I'm hoping now that the new bushes are in, the body roll will be a lot less, especially a big car like this with a lift kit, and when I have the rooftop tent on, it sways a fair bit on the road. So hopefully the new rear sway bar bushes will help that and help it sit nice and flat. Anyways, I'll catch you all in the next video.